Okay, so what we're going to do in this one is we're going to go into what we call audience insights. Now, here's what audience insights comes down to is in a lot of cases you might not know specifically who you want to go after or who's actually in a pond that you're trying to fish in, okay? Or where the heck are those ponds that you can fish in, okay? Audience insights will actually let you know so that you get more bang for your buck, and it's going to be a much easier way to figure out who you want to advertise to and what groups. But then, more importantly, it's actually going to give you some, I guess you could call them metrics on, some things they call it affinity, like an audience that is similar to who you're trying to target that you may never have even thought of. Okay, so let me walk you through the best way to use audience insights. And again, there's a ton of stuff in here. I'm going to only show you the stuff that I use on a regular basis. Now, you can find the people that are connected to your page and go through the insights, but we're looking from scratch. We're going to be, I want to advertise network marketing, and I want to find out who it is or where I should add, who's the groups that I want to go to. So I'm going to click on everyone in that area. Okay. It defaults to the United States because that's where I'm at. You can change the region and so on, but we're going to leave it at US. Okay. Now, currently, just because I haven't put anything in here to feed Facebook any data, this is actually showing all of the statistics of who's all on Facebook, their relationship, their education, job titles, and so on. Okay, so there's a lot of information you get on here. Where you want to go with this is I typically leave everything alone and then I'll go down here to interest because this is what I'm trying to do. So now with interest, by clicking on it, so I click on it, it's going to give me some suggestions right out of the gates, like business and industry. If I click this arrow, it'll drop down and maybe I, kind of looking at this and I'll add business, people that are business interests. Okay. Now, there's nothing wrong with that or so on, but in a lot of cases, you might have seen or you might know a thought leader or someone, an influencer that already has a big Facebook page. The best thing you can do is go after and figure out what other pages or whatever people are relevant to them. So as an example, I'm going to go in here. I'm going to go into Eric Worre. Okay, so when I type in Eric Worre, I've got the Eric Worre, and this is Network Marketing Pro Eric Worre, which is the page that I actually wanted to target. Now, what happened when I just put this in on interest is this is where this is so cool. This is just amazing to me. Is the monthly audience of monthly active people on his page is over is 350 to 400,000. Okay, so that's really how it is. It breaks down that 73% are women and 27% are men. Now, I wouldn't have thought it was going to be that far out of whack, but it is. Okay, and the largest majority is 35 to 44. So what this data is telling me is that if I was going to run an ad for this, my ad would only be 25 20 the ages of 25 to probably 55. I'm only going to go after the large segment of people who are truly interested in his, group. Really, I mean, that's probably what I would do. If I wanted to drill down even more, 64% of the people that have liked that page are married. So I could do that. And their education level is 70% of these people have gone to college, which is, something I wouldn't have guessed or whatever, wouldn't have known, and so on. And then you got your job titles and things you can track down. Now, here's my favorite part of this. I've added this interest. I see some cool demographics, but I'm looking to not only advertise towards Eric Worre, but I ran an ad as an example. I ran an ad to Eric Worre that worked well, but now it's kind of petered out, because it did go through and burn through, 300,000 people that maybe have seen it a handful of times, and now they're burned out on that ad. I need to find, or you need to find, a relevant audience similar to Eric Worre. So watch this. When you click on page likes, it's actually going to tell you the categories of I love network marketing, smarter networker, positive. These are actually categories that I could target. I love network marketing. Now, if I click on this, it should open a new tab, which it did. And this is actually a Facebook page that over 70,000 people like this. Okay. So guess what I would do? I would go to I would create a targeted ad with this video. I've gone in here. I see this is what it is. This is legit. You can go through. You can see who's created it. They got all kinds of stuff on here. So this is kind of a network marketing nation. I love network marketing. So somebody's taken the time to create a fan page that's had over 71,000 people like it. Okay, I didn't even know this existed, so this is new to me too. So I'm going to go hammer these guys, hammer this group. But there's 71,000 people that have liked this page. So now what I've done is I found out that I Love Network Marketing has a lot of the same parameters of the Network Marketing Eric Worre Pro, and a lot of these might not have interacted with each other. Okay, and I could I could go and target that specifically. Now let me go down a little bit, because here's what's really cool is page likes. Now, there it is right there. I love network marketing. Okay, so it would have populated anyhow. But if I scroll down here, when you go to page likes, when I said affinity earlier, if you said how likely your audience is to be given a page compared to everyone on Facebook that liked Eric Worre, the number one most relevant one is the I Love Network Marketing. If you look at it, this is the percentage of people that so it's really obviously high. But in fact, if you're ever looking at pages to advertise to, if it's not like above like a 75, like these are in the thousands, don't advertise to it. It's not relevant enough to do that. Okay, but what I would do is there's 65,000 people on Facebook who have liked that page. If you look at Eric Worre, he's got 1.4 million people who have liked his page. The Direct Selling Association, 124,000. Ray Higdon, he's a big networker, does a lot of online stuff as well. Sarah Robbins, Network Marketing Professional. She's a top money earner in I think I forget what network marketing company, Arbonne or something like that. Kate McShay, same thing, right? So you can actually drill down. Now here's the cool part. Okay, let's do this. So in Audience Insights, I went with a pretty broad thing because this was a thought an influencer group that I knew. It opened these up and I saw them and I was like, oh wow, okay. Now I want to show you this. Now Ray Higdon has 256,000 people that were there. So let's say I'm looking for more people like Ray Higdon's group, because maybe Ray Higdon's group's even more relevant. So I want to exit that out. So I got rid of that, but I'm going to put in Ray Higdon, if I spell it right. Hey, Ray Higdon. And here was some suggestions. MLM Nation. If I clicked on it, guess what it's going to show me? Boom, boom, boom. This one, this is actually, the reason it looks different is this person has actually converted this page into a video view page. You can actually do that now. So you scroll down. So this one, 57,000 people have liked this. Okay, so this is a training page. Man, guess what I'm looking for? I'm looking for people who are looking for network marketing training. Okay, see how easy this is? If you actually do it right, you can go through and you see it. So I would target as one of my ad objectives, or I'm sorry, my interest groups would be directly towards MLM Nation, things I have not thought of. And again, we put in Ray Higdon, we scroll down. These are other relevant people, because I'm targeting a person, an individual. A lot of times it'll connect with these. And you see they're still in a pretty good size group, and their affinity, meaning their likeness, is perfect. They're in the multiple thousands, so we're good. So I might run an ad targeting, Jessica, his wife, Tanya, John and Nadia Melton. I actually am friends with John. MLM Nation, Cesar Rodriguez, he's a good networker, Julie Burke, and so on. And you can actually click see more, and it'll drill down. Vince Reed, he does some really good stuff. I've seen a lot of his YouTubes. I know Todd Falcone. I got a buddy who helped set up all Michelle's stuff, and so you can keep going and going and going, and you see it literally is giving you an unlimited amount of people that you could actually go through. Frank Kern, he's a monster when it comes to online marketing. Is about as good as it gets. But you can see these are people that the Facebook is telling you that are relevant to that. So you can't, you know how everybody says in networking, you got to go make a list. Why? Go into Audience Insights, type in somebody that's a networker, find out if they got a group, and then go look at the web pages that are associated with people that Facebook told you are in cahoots with them, kind of that look similar. I mean, think about this. I promise you, if I ran an ad directly to John's group, it would relate to them, and I'm sure some of them out of that targeted of a group would click on this to see this book to figure out what it is. Okay, so Audience Insights is a ace in the hole for finding your target market and finding everything. And obviously, you can drill down even more. You can look at the location of these people. Where do they live? The majority of them live in the Tampa, Florida area. Think about that. Their kind of activity. This is kind of cool. And I mean, if you think that Big Brother doesn't exist, you're looking at it right here, right? They tell you what kind of devices you use, what kind of ads clicked. You can find people, like a lot of these people are in his market, in Ray Higdon's group. A bunch of them actually click on ads on a regular page. You can see actually this Facebook activity environments. I mean, in the last 30 days, look at that. These people, 32 people out of that whole group, I clicked on ads. So you got relevance there too. Again, demographics, you can go through and see what his market is. 25 to 55 would be the group that I'd advertise to on a regular basis. Again, more married and more college degrees than you could think of. So similar to it actually pulled the stats exactly like they were on Eric Worre. So this is powerful, powerful data that most people don't even know exists. And so going in and, me, okay, let me slow down because I get excited about this stuff sometimes, is I see this book. I've written it. It's basically, I've got a video on how to make a book. It's a piece of cake. You can make any kind of lead magnet is what it's called. But I've found this, and I'm looking for network marketers so I can download it and so on, because and let me show you. I got kind of a funnel here. Is where I'm driving traffic. Let me get my mouse. I'm driving traffic to this page so that they can sign up. I give them some bonuses, and then I send them a bunch of videos that are like 5-minute videos that kind of edify the book and explain more on it. And then basically at the last video of the indoctrination of who I am, kind of helping to build rapport, because people do business with people they know, like, and trust. I then, I say, hey, if you're looking for a networking company, go here. If you're looking for more advanced lead generation, go here, that kind of thing. And so I use the different avenues to advertise to drive it in there. So it's just a matter of doing, funnel. So I know that my target market are network marketers. So I've got to go into Audience Insights, and I've got to put in a networker that I know in the interest, and then I got to click on page likes and see if I can find more people just like that person so that I can advertise to. And eventually what happens is you start getting, you get more and more people going to there. And the cool part is I get more and more of their audiences to go to my pages. I'm building up an audience and I can target them and so on. Now, here's the cool part about audiences, kind of another thing to think about with Audience Insights, is your page does not have to have 250,000 likes on it. It does not have to have 250,000 people that like your page, okay? Because these people already have pages that have this kind of this many people liking it, and you just go target their people with a few things that are relevant to them, and pretty soon your page will have that many likes, or could potentially, because you've driven people to content that they wanted. You've given them solutions. You found who they were, what ponds they were, swimming in, and you fished with the right bait. Right pond, right bait. Right pond, right bait. You get that, right? Okay, so it's real simple to do that. And then all you got to do is, once you figured out who you're going to target, what group, when you go into interests and we run the ads, you just go in there, pop them in there, and they're going to actually get in front of the right people at the right time, talking about the right thing. And that's the most important part. And that's why it's so easy. And I love Facebook ads, as well as I do this on Google as well. So anyhow, hope you enjoyed that one, and we'll see you on the other videos.